We begin this week with the Toyota Corolla. I know I can hear many of you right now, Brad, it's a Corolla. Not a very exciting choice to begin the show. And as one viewer has noted, the Corolla is usually that vehicle planted in the left lane in front of you on the highway. Well, this may be true, however, you are looking at a car with bragging rights any vehicle would like to have. With over 45 million sales since 1966, the Corolla is the best-selling and the most popular vehicle on the planet. Well, this is the 2020 edition, and we're out here in Calgary, Alberta, to drive the vehicle and find out what Toyota had to do to keep this car popular in a segment which has some really strong competition, and also maybe find out why the Corolla, a vehicle that even Toyota describes as basic beige, has evolved into such a success.
It's successful for many reasons. First of all, everybody knows that the Corolla is reliable, and the car won't let you down anywhere, ever. And also, we've improved the Corolla generation after generation. And the current one we have now, the new one, is the best Corolla ever.
Well, my first new car ever was a 1983 two-door Corolla SR5. And that thing went for about 350,000 kilometers. And all I replaced, battery, radiator, and did the brakes a couple of times. Since then, I think I've road tested every single generation since. And each generation has gotten better. And then about halfway through, probably in around generation 9 or 10, Toyota were complacent. They cheapened the materials, they took some content out, and they jacked the price up. As a result, the Corolla fell out of favor somewhat. The next generation, they'd put the material back in, they'd put the content back in, and they hadn't increased the price, so they got back on track.
With this one, we wanted the car to be more fun to drive and be more attractive, so the styling is completely different. The car is based on a new platform called TNGA, Toyota New Global Architecture, so which gives the car a lower center of gravity, better handling dynamics. The engines are new, so we have 3 powertrains now. Smaller engine, bigger engine, 2-liter, and also a hybrid version. It's the first time that we have a hybrid Corolla in North America, so it's a lot of reasons the car is much better than before.
They put in some nice infotainment systems. They finally caught up with the 21st century, and they're starting to use Apple CarPlay. The execution, very good. I like the hybrid, and I frankly think it's going to put the Prius out of business. Why would you buy a Prius when you can get exactly the same powertrain and the same sort of mileage, 4.5 litres per 100 kilometres on average, out of a Corolla?
Well, Prius is a slightly bigger car, and it's also available with all-wheel drive. It's a little bit more expensive too, so we really think that we have loyal Prius customers and people that want a Prius because it looks like a Prius, and the Corolla hybrid doesn't really look like a hybrid because it's like a regular Corolla. So we think there's room for 2 offerings in the segment.
Toyota likes to describe the interior of this new Corolla as sensuous. Well, I wouldn't call it sexy, but I would call it inviting. In fact, it's right out of the Corolla hatchback. Now, a heated steering wheel is an option, and it's not standard, as it should be, as far as I'm concerned, in every car that is sold in this country. However, Toyota's Safety Sense is standard. You get lots of active safety features like lane departure and pre-collision warning. No all-wheel drive. Is that a big deal? I don't think so. However, down the street at the Mazda dealership, as you know, there's a brand new Mazda 3 sitting in the showroom that is now equipped with all-wheel drive. We'll see how that one works out in the future. Other than that, they've done a nice job, really nice seats, and you can spend a lot of windshield time in this new Toyota Corolla.
There's still a lot of demand, across North America for sedan models like the Corolla and the Camry. You're still looking at 300,000 vehicles in those segments, so still very significant.
No beige.
No beige, no, that's right. So that's the first time, I think, that we don't offer a beige color. So we have lots of different colors, but no beige for this one.
I've looked at Corollas for the last 20 years, up close and personal, but the styling on this car for me is what sets it apart. Driving it is very nice as well, but the styling, I think it's a big departure from the typical Corollas of the past. It's a lot more engaging, fun to look at, and I think it's going to be really attractive to customers.
Since 1966, 45 million sales tells you that it's been popular. So I think it's a testament to just how good the Corolla has been over the years. Yes, very beige, very bland, but very good.
Now, Toyota knew it had to do more than a refresh on this new 2020 Corolla. In fact, Toyota said what it did was it did a complete transformation. Well, I think they succeeded. I mean, when it comes to the design, they didn't push the envelope as they have done in so many of their other products, including Lexus, but I think the new design gives the Corolla an edge it didn't have before. It's got the quality, and as Bill Gardner always says, hey, it's a Toyota, so it's simply bulletproof. However, if I'm buying a Corolla, I'm buying the hatchback. I think it's one cool looking vehicle. Now, as you heard earlier, for the first time in its history, Corolla does not come in the color, if you can call it that, beige. Now, do you think Toyota should be worried about losing some of its faithful customers? I don't think so.